Talk about the GG meme now. What's the GG meme? Oh, yes. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it. So I've talked to all the people at Golden Guardians. I can tell you, the guy that runs the Golden Guardians social media team, he's a smasher. He's a Melee player. He's not just some guy. You can kind of tell, like from you know, some of the tweets, some of the editing, you can kind of tell he plays the game. And on that note, Spark made a great tweet, as Spark does. He makes great tweets. And I realized this looks like a fucking shitpost. I think if you haven't gone pretty far down in this ladder, if you're up here, this looks like a completely random shitpost. But I can tell you, I actually think this is accurate as fuck. I think, like, this actually, like, this is the, okay, so let me explain this meme. This is meme explanation time. This is the complete casual that doesn't play Melee. They're like, oh, Fox only Final Destination, blah, blah, blah. You guys just shine one frame invincible move, blah, blah, blah. I love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I probably play Pac-Man. Then you start playing Melee. You're not that good, but you know one thing. Getting wobbling's fucking lame. So, circling back to this, the guy that runs our social media team, I think he does a great job. I love him, but I don't think he's a great Melee player. And that's okay. But he's a Melee player. He's one of us. He's got some problematic opinions. You know, he's being mean to Ice Climbers players, even though we haven't seen them in a while. But he's a Melee player. And that's what I want. I want a Melee guy. Even if he's a fucking, you know, not a great player, you know, oh, wobbling. You know, it's fine. I like these guys. I like fighting these characters. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, then let's keep going. Sheik is lame. You know, this is pretty standard. This is kind of where, you know, you're comfortable in your movement and stuff like that. But, you know, Sheik is this character you've kind of realized, you know, has it really easy against most of the cast. Oh, she gimps you. She chain grabs you. Blah, blah, blah. We get it. Sheik is lame. And then, you know, Peach is lame. Well, Peach is lame too, right? Peach down smashes the shit out of you. Now, you know, you've got you're not jumping into the Sheik forward air every time. I remember the first time I played against a Sheik ever. I literally didn't know. This was I've been playing for like a couple months. I didn't know you didn't have to jump when they back through you. They'd back throw me off stage, and I'd be like, double jump, instant. And I did it every time, and I didn't understand why she was killing me so easily. No one told me that you didn't have to immediately double jump. PSA to all you new players out there. You don't have to immediately double jump when Sheik back throws you off the stage. So hopefully I can be the father figure to some of you guys that I never had, figuratively speaking. All right, now you're here. Now you're Martha's lame. Now you're at Martha's lame again. Now you're pretty good. You're starting to take some names. You know, you're having a good run of it on net play with your sick Falco. You know, people are running into you a little bit late. You're spot dodging them, and you get a big shine. You do 70 damage. Sometimes you hold down, and they jump in you with an air. You hold down, you get a crouch cancel shot. You know, you're getting some stuff. But that Marth guy, you can't beat that guy. You can't fuck with that guy. That guy's grabbing you. He's comboing you. You're getting real salty when you run into the Marth players. And let me tell you, I will interject here. I said this list was very accurate, but this is where you can see Zayd's Spark's Sheik bias. He is a Sheik player. Because if he was a Spaces player, the Marth is lame, there would be one more Marth is lame somewhere down here. You can kind of tell Spark's a Sheik player, right? You can kind of tell. You can kind of tell he's not like a Spacey main. And low tiers are lame. Now you kind of realize, now you kind of get it. You know, now you kind of realize, okay, wait a minute. Now I'm not just getting run over by Marth anymore. I've got a little bit of neutral game. Very foreign concept to a lot of people. And you're kind of realizing, hey man, like some of these low tiers are actually kind of gimmicky. You know, Luigi's just kind of wave dashing at me and smashing down on the C-stick. You know, I used to think all these low tier shenanigans were kind of funny, but now I'm realizing like, man, these characters are they just kind of do one thing and they kind of, you know, they're trying to gimmick you to death. I don't want to get gimmicked to death. That's lame. Fuck low tiers, you know, kind of thing. So now you're at that tier. Then you're looping back around. Now Falco is lame. Now you've really kind of clued onto the whole, you know, yeah, there's this whole neutral game aspect, and you're kind of realizing now, wait a minute, all that time I spent as a Falco player just spot on shining people, up tilting in place, spamming auto cancel backer, hoping people would run into it. I'm kind of realizing like, shit, I wasn't even fucking playing neutral. I had no neutral that whole time. And you know what? These other Falcos that I'm running into on net play that I'm Falco doing all day, they don't actually deserve any respect at all. They're lame. Okay, now you're looping back to the second layer of Fox's lame. Now you've realized, now you're an actual pretty fucking good player. You're a pretty fucking good player at this point. Maybe you're ranked in your region. You know, maybe you're starting to get out of pools at these net play tournaments. You know, you're actually having a little bit of a run at it when you're ending some of these tournaments. You're actually, you know, you feel like, man, maybe I can get it done. And you're kind of starting to realize again, man, Fox is actually just a fucking good character. That guy has a lot of fucking privilege. Jesus Christ. He runs fucking fast. His frame rate is fucking good. He hits fucking hard. He's got kill confirms on every character. His edge guarding's great. His recovery's great. His moves are great. He's got tools to beat everything. If you're crouch canceling, he can down air you, you know? And Fox is he's just got it all. And you're kind of starting to think, you know, as a net play Falco, this is where a lot of, by the way, this is the skill level I think a lot of net play Falcos, they start switching to Fox. I always say most net play Falcos, you can spec into becoming a top level Falco, but most of them spec into being a net play Fox. Most net play Falcos just graduate and become a net play Fox. They realize it's actually just easier to become a full hop Fox, a full hopping Fox than a up-tilting Falco. And this is another PSA for you guys at home. Don't let all the tweets, including my own, about net play Falcos, don't let all those tweets, don't get it twisted. Because Fox can be fucking lame too. Sheik is lame. This is the second to Final Frontier. I actually even wonder if for Spark, I even wonder if this is like his own sentiment. I even wonder if he's thinking maybe himself, this is I'm lame. Or he's kind of realizing that at this level of play, this is the level of play where when the Sheik is down throwing you, they're actually reaction Tetrising you to death. I remember Ryan Ford, known back in the days, Unknown 522, he used to complain about Kirby Kaze, legendary Sheik player. And he would say like, man, I fucking hate fighting Sheik. Like, I'm good at it, but I hate it because she throws you she grabs you, she fucking wobbles you, she's playing good. And when I play Kirby Kaze in friendlies, it feels like I'm getting wobbled. It is lame. I don't like it. I understand. I mean, you have to be playing at a pretty high level of play, I think, to be playing a good character and kind of feel that way because, like, I mean, the Sheik punish on Fox, like, if Sheik is here deathing you and you're like a Fox or a Falco player, like, either you're being really predictable with your attacks or the player you're fighting is really good. And then the Final Frontier, the third eye is opened, you know, all is one with the, you know, everything is in one with the universe. Captain Falcon is lame. For some fucking reason, the only people I've ever seen express the sentiment Captain Falcon is lame are top 50 players. For some reason, if you're not a top player, this doesn't even make sense to you. But like, Mango says it on his stream. Cody says it, you know, everyone says it basically except the Falcon players. And I don't even know if the Falcon players disagree at this point. For some reason, this is the sentiment that defines, like, if you're not a good player, you just don't even understand. You're like, how can you be lame? I don't get it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You're just not there yet. You'll be there one day. I don't know why it's the case. I don't know if it's because his animations are really funny looking and stuff like that, and people just are really swayed by that sort of thing. I don't know if it's that he used to have really bad results. He used to be considered a hardworking, high-tier character that couldn't get it done against the top tiers, and for some reason everyone, like, has ignored the fact that there are, like, maybe 4 Falcons in the top 10 right now. Maybe. Close to it. Gatsu's like knocking on that door. I don't really know what it is, but this character grabs you at 0, down throws you, and tech chases you to death. And even if he's off his game, he guesses at 60 and he's like, maybe he'll roll in this time. And if he guesses correctly with the stomp, you die at 60. And then like everyone in the crowd is like, oh, he DI'd so bad. It's like, no, that's just how he is. You can't really. It's just how it is. And then, but then people don't think, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not lame because the Falcons you're fighting on netplay aren't doing that to you. To be clear, I need to put this out there because I hate seeing people say, like, I hate people seeing shit like this where he's mostly shit posting, and then there's people in the comments who are like, you must just hate Melee. It's like, look, it's just fun to complain about shit, okay? It's just fun and funny to complain about. It's not that serious. We wouldn't have been playing Melee I've been playing Melee for 12 years. I wouldn't be, 13 years actually. I wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't a great game. But complaining about shit's fun, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Almost as fun as playing the game. And yeah, for some reason, I don't know why I don't know what it is. No one thinks, people get 0 death by Falcon and they must just be like, that was well played. And then they get 0 death by Sheik in the same way. And it's like, that was lame, boo, boo. It's like the same thing happened to you. Wait, why? How is it different? Planking is the only true objectively lame shit in Melee. Completely agree. Mango has even said this. Mango said the only really lame thing in Melee. Mango was on one of his woke segments. You know, Mango every now and then he starts using big words because he forgets he's doing his bit where he's, again, I'm on to Mango. I know Mango's a fucking smart guy. I'm on to Mango. I'll tell you right now, it's a fucking act. Mango's a fucking really smart guy. And I was listening to him one night, he was talking about Melee, and he was saying the only thing that's actually truly lame in Melee is when people play non-interactively. He even used those words. He said non-interactive. I was like, yeah, right, motherfucker. I'm on to you. You doing this dumb guy act. I'm on to Mango's stick. I'm on to Mango's stick. I'm gonna catch him slipping one of these days. He's gonna use one word that's a little too big. I'm gonna fucking get him right in the act.